The crypto market is in shambles, as you can see, and there are not very good signs for the near future. Let's have a closer look at Bitcoin and see if we can understand why is this happening. Hey friends, welcome back to Blockchainify. Thank you very much for your support, for the likes, comments and subscribing. Now let's dive in. On crypto bubbles we can see that there is only Luna, Rune, Zik and ADA very slightly in the green. The rest of the market it's red, right? And of course that's because of Bitcoin. Let's see why is that happening. So unfortunately, after a week that we hoped to close this candle maybe above at least the 9 EMA. I'm on the weekly chart, by the way. Unfortunately, Bitcoin did not manage that and looks like it's building a base here around the 89 EMA. This line right here is the 89 EMA. And it looks like even if in the first place did not really use it as support, now it's doing just that. And what I don't like about this, what I don't like is that we see so many attempts and so many rejections from the 50 EMA and from the 20. Maybe we can count this as 20 rejections, right? So last week actually went pretty nice, but up to the 50 EMA. And here, bang, down. And these are not strong candles. And we can see that it really attempted, but there is just not enough buying power in the market. If you want to see how strength looks like, look here. Here got rejected in the first place and after that came and pierced through it without any problem, right? That's strength right there. And despite this slowly stabilization, maybe we can call it, this is not always positive because like a lot of people look at this and see, yeah, now we are building a support and we're going upwards. That can be invalidated pretty quickly, right? But yeah, at the same time, there is a chance that maybe this week is the week to close the first candle above the 9 EMA since this decline started. That would be really nice. And even though that won't happen, I'm expecting for this candle right here, the weekly candle, to test at least 9 EMA, most probable the 55 EMA as well. And now we can see that the 21 EMA gets pretty close to the 55 EMA and it might test both of them, like this candle right here. The RSI looks like it's getting closer and closer to the DCMA, and maybe this time we'll manage to pierce it and go above it and do something like this at least, right? So this is the positive sign that the RSI is getting closer to the EMA. But at the same time, this is not always going through it, right? It could also get rejected from here and go lower. So this is no guarantee that is going to happen exactly that thing right there. In a way, looking here, we can see that the support at this level in the previous weeks worked nice this time. But now I'm really curious to see how high it can go before it gets rejected again. And maybe, if not, maybe it will finally manage to close a candle above the 9 EMA. Let's see what happened. If we look back in this area right here, we can see that after the first close above the 9 EMA, we got this rally, pretty nice. So a close above at least the 9 EMA would be very bullish and very good for Bitcoin. And of course, a close above the 21 EMA, it's what I actually want to see. So I'm really looking forward for that thing to happen. Now, if I go and have a look at the monthly chart, we can see that actually we are right there, right now. Right now, it's fighting with this level right here. And something else looks like the 21 EMA, it's playing as support. As long as this is holding, it's still okay. And those who can't wait to buy at $25,000 or at $20,000 are going to wait for a long time. Of course, there is a chance for a week for that to happen. Of course, nothing is impossible in the crypto world, but I will repeat the same thing I said already in another video, and that is because there are so many people, so many normal, regular people, retail people are waiting for this to happen. There is a very slim chance that that is going to happen because the exchanges won't allow that. They have control. They can see how many people are wanting to buy there and they won't allow that. It won't make sense for them. If we look back here on the monthly chart, the first candle closed above the 9 EMA and we got this rally right here. Let's see. After a downtrend, the same. Here we got, of course, the flu dump in March 2020. But after that, the first monthly candle closed above and look what we got. This first monthly candle here, look what we got. So this was the only fake out. But if you bought only Bitcoin, then yeah, of course, always it's coming back up, right? It's just how much you lose in the time, and if you don't sell, if you hold without selling. It's still very uncertain. There is no data to indicate either thing. It's going upwards or downwards. There is nothing guaranteed right there. And if it's a thing that makes me more bullish than bearish, it's like, look what's happening in the world right now. With the war, with all the sanctions, with high interest and so on, right? And Bitcoin is still not crashing. So this thing is making me to have a lot of hope for Bitcoin. And now what I'm looking for, it's a validation, either for bearish side or for bullish side, because right now there is nothing that tells me we are going to crash much lower than this. At the same time, there is not enough strength on the buyer side for this to push the market upwards. And that would be it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you around.